I'm Dr. Jeff Yu, a board-certified ER doctor in the USA and Canada, and I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. And today I'm going to be reviewing the injuries from A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, Season 1, Episode 5. Let's get to it. Oh, jeez. Oh, shit. So he's got a deep penetrating trauma from a lance in the left upper quadrant of his abdomen. The things that live in the left upper quadrant are the spleen and the stomach, as well as the bowels, small bowels and large bowels kind of travel in that area. So if this were real life, he would probably be bleeding out significantly from the spleen. This would probably be a fatal injury. Oh, don't pull it out. Oh, no. So that's a big rookie mistake that he pulled out the impaled object. If it was touching an artery or a vein, this would cause him to bleed out much quicker. Oh, dude. Okay, so he was just smacked in the head really hard with a mace. And even if he's wearing a helmet, that kind of blow to the head and then falling off of the horse onto the ground would probably cause a skull fracture and an intracranial bleed. That blow itself would probably be a lethal blow.
You little cunt. No!
Oh shit, dude. Oh, damn. Damn. Okay, so it looks like a midline incision across the neck. If you were to kill someone by cutting their neck over there, you would need to damage one of three structures in the neck. That would be your trachea, which is in the midline, or your carotid or carotid artery, or your jugular vein, which are kind of along the lateral surfaces of your neck. Because this is in the midline, if he actually penetrated deep enough to actually damage the trachea, typically what we would see is as she's trying to breathe, there would be bubbling from the trachea and kind of blood spraying out from that area and gurgling sounds as she's trying to breathe. I've actually seen this injury in real life when I was doing trauma surgery in South Africa, and we actually intubated this patient by, because we tried to put a tube from the mouth, everything was covered in blood. We actually put the tube straight through the hole to actually help the patient breathe to recover from this injury, and the patient survived. Oh, jeez. Oh, damn. So he was just punctured by that, I guess, lance or spear in his calf or his gastrocnemius and soleus muscles. There aren't any major vessels or veins that live in that area, so that would probably just be a flesh wound.
Leave that boy be!
Damn. Oh, God. Okay, so it's a little bit unrealistic how quickly she died from this wound. In order to die from asphyxiation, you would need to have complete obstruction of your airway with blood. And from that time that is completely obstructed with no air exchange, you would probably die in about 4 minutes time. It looks like she still has gargling sounds, which means that she probably still has air exchange. So she would probably have a lot longer to actually survive or survive from this injury. That being said, if she was actually sliced along the lateral aspect of her neck over here to damage her carotid artery or her jugular vein, the death from those kinds of injuries would happen much, much sooner, because you would die from exsanguination, essentially bleeding out from your neck, and also your brain would be starved of oxygen and nutrients, and you would probably die in a span of like 1 to 5 minutes from that kind of an injury. Oh, jeez. Oh my God. Yeah. So that 100% is a lethal wound to the neck. There's absolutely no surviving that. It penetrated directly straight through the midline, so it probably penetrated through the trachea and the esophagus. And yeah, you're probably going to die pretty quickly from that. I'd say in 4 minutes. So poor little Dunk here probably has PTSD. I see this quite frequently in the ER. Yeah, if they wanted to make this more realistic, they would have showed Dunk actually like waking up abruptly and kind of like in a sweat and screaming from a bad nightmare. That would be more in keeping with PTSD. Oh no. Oh, jeez, gross. So poor Duncan over here probably has a gastroenteritis, and the most common symptoms of that are recurrent episodes of nausea, vomiting, and watery diarrhea, as well as severe abdominal cramping and fevers and chills. This is actually what people with gastroenteritis look like. Just pale skin, kind of curled up into a ball, shivering. So that's pretty realistic. All right, so we're back to the fight scene now. Oh, dude. Oh my God. He just keeps getting smacked in the head. Like, oh man, any one of these would kill someone. Doesn't matter how padded the helmet is. Oh, Jesus. Oh, dude. So he just got smacked really hard with the mace in his chest. That would probably cause multiple rib fractures, possibly even a flail chest, where essentially you get multiple ribs that are broken in more than one place, and it creates a floating island of your chest wall that's essentially separated and moving separately from the rest of your chest wall. That in itself would kill someone as well. Oh, jeez. Oh, so he's just stabbed in the anterior portion of his thigh, probably struck his rectus femoris, which is one of the big muscles over there. I would suspect that in that area would just be a flesh wound. Oh, again. Damn. Oh, jeez. Oh man, so he's grabbing the blade of the knife. I've seen this injury multiple times in my career, and the problem with grabbing the blade of a knife when you're being attacked is that there's a bunch of flexor tendons that come across the palmar surface of your hand, and if you grab the blade, that would sever all of your tendons. So, you know, if this happened in real life, he probably wouldn't be able to use his left hand for the rest of the battle because he wouldn't be able to grip anything with that hand. Oh, jeez. The knife went straight through his hand. Like, he would just not be able to use that hand at all. How's this guy still alive? Oh man, just stabbed in the back too. Oh, jeez. I mean, I'm not an expert in medieval chainmail, but I think that all of these puncture stab wounds that are going into his flesh, like all of these that are penetrating into the abdomen and chest would be potentially lethal injuries. Oh my God, dude. Damn. It's another injury to his anterior medial thigh. Like, he should not be able to stand after that. Oh. Oh, what? Okay, so he just had a big puncture to his left eye. This would cause what we call either a penetrating or a blunt globe rupture. Your eyeball is essentially a ball, and any significant damage to that would essentially cause the ball to explode. Just imagine like crushing a grape. And even in the 21st century, if we saw someone with this kind of injury to their eye, most oftentimes we would not be able to save their vision, and we would actually remove the eyeball and put in a prosthetic there. Oh, damn, dude. So he probably just severed a bunch of the adductor and the hip flexor muscles of his thigh. He should definitely not be able to stand after that, because essentially his ability to swing his leg forward during walking would completely be severed from that kind of wound.
Get up.
Yeah, like in reality, there's no amount of heart that could revive someone from all these different injuries. Like, this guy has 9 lives. Duncan. Oh shit, not the shield. Damn, dude. Damn. Yeah, any one of these injuries or blows to the head would probably knock him out cold. Oh shit. Damn. Yeah, each one of these blows to the face, especially with gloved and armored gauntlets, would cause really bad facial bone fractures, probably globe ruptures to this, what was it, he's a Lannister or he's a Targaryen. So it would probably cause globe ruptures, nasal bone fractures, skull fractures, and intracranial hemorrhage. Like, all of these blows would probably be lethal in real life. Especially from a big guy like Dunk. Like, yeah, this guy should be dead. Dude, there's no way he'd be able to talk in real life. Like, his jaw would just be fractured.
We'll get him drunk, then we'll pour boiling oil on it. That's how the maces do it.
Wine, not oil. Oil will kill him.
Boiling oil and boiling wine would probably sterilize a wound, but it would probably do absolutely nothing for the deeper penetrating wounds. Again, like even from the lance that went into his left upper quadrant of his abdomen, he would probably need an open laparotomy where we do a midline incision from his sternum or his breastbone all the way down to his pelvis, open up the abdomen like doors, and kind of have to remove the spleen if it was penetrated. Then we would do a full bowel run through where essentially we start from the top of the small bowel, run it through our hands to look for any penetrating injuries through the entirety of the small bowel, then the colon. Just sterilizing a wound would not allow Dunk to survive, because even if he survived in the immediacy after not bleeding out, if there were any deeper wounds, there's a very high chance in the next 2 to 5 days that he would actually die of sepsis.
Close record.
Oh, damn. Damn, dude. So he's got an open and depressed skull fracture with exposed brain. I've seen this in real life from bad traumatic injuries. I've also seen bad gunshot wounds to the head with kind of like brain spilling out. And this kind of wound, even if this happened in the 21st century, would be lethal. Like, there's no surviving this. He better not survive this. That'd be crazy.
No, you guys, get up, sir.
Yeah, no, he
Get
dead.
up, sir. No,
Damn,
no.
dude.
Please.
All right, so that's it for season 1, episode 5. I am a huge Game of Thrones fan, and I absolutely love this TV show. I think the storytelling is amazing, and I thought the battle scene was absolutely awesome as well. I know that this is a fiction novel, but I just thought that it'd be fun to kind of go through all the injuries that Dunk and the other characters in the show sustained to kind of let you know what this would actually look like if it were real life. If you thought this was entertaining or educational, like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.